from LA. But I'm gonna get started, okay? Because when at this stage, the first thing we always like to do is to get our drinky on, okay? So we have a nice citrus mandarin drink, and this drink, you do not have to add the gin. You could always leave it out, but it is an excellent, excellent drink. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to get it out and show you all of the ingredients that go into it. It is a citrus mandarin or a basil mandarin or a basil citrus smash. Okay, so here we go. Of course, our first thing that we like is our gin, our Venus Spirits gin. We have basil. I have a cup of basil. Oh, and thank you, Maria. She introduced me to this. A cup of basil. And this is what I'm going to muddle everything in, okay? So just keep that in mind. I have simple syrup. This is homemade simple syrup, so it has sugar and water, and this one is some leftover that I had because I didn't want to waste it, but it's really good. So I have that. We have grapefruit juice from my grapefruits down below. And instead of orange juice, I'm using a blood orange juice because I had some blood oranges in the fridge that were gonna go. So I just use those instead, but use orange juice, okay? So go ahead and have that handy. Of course, my gin, and then sparkling water, and then more basil for garnish, okay? So that's what's happening, and I'm going to go ahead and get started. So first, a little introduction. I love, 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 love the recipe that we're going to make along with this turmeric ginger coconut rice. It is fabulous, it is healthy, it is easy, and you won't have that problem when you add coconut milk to rice, that it gets soggy and it doesn't cook and it gets mushy and all of that. That's not the case with this rice. This rice is different because we add stuff with the coconut milk, which is key, okay? There's a lot of ingredients to it, but it all comes together and makes this wonderful, wonderful meal. I love it. You're gonna love it. We're gonna cook that here, and then we have our drink. So all of you know me, so I'm not gonna go through my whole spiel, but this is our, I think about our 10th class together. So it's been kind of great. So I love it, and I posted new ones. I posted a beautiful farmer's market corn salmon recipe for our next class, and then after that we're going to do another kind of turmeric skewers with chicken for late June. So incredible. So look at those classes because they're really good stuff. All right, so let's get started with our drinky. Okay, so in our glass here, I put my cup of basil that's required, right? Inside, I'm going to add the simple syrup, and I'm going to muddle the simple syrup with, here we are, and I'll just move this to the side. I think it'll be a little bit easier for me to do it on my cutting board. So we muddle, 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 best as we can. Simple syrup and a little basil. Again, the idea here is you just want to get the essence of the basil into your drink, okay? And it is just fabulous when it all comes together. So muddle, muddle, muddle. Get a good smash on, ladies. Good smash going. Mine is breaking down really, really well. The wooden spoon does the trick, you know. There we go. And then in this, we're going to add our fruit juices and vodka. Very simple. Gin. Sorry, gin or vodka. You could really use anything you want. I bet you tequila would be fabulous in this as well. Any of you tequila lovers? Okay. All right, now I'm gonna add in my grapefruit juice. Everyone, grapefruit juice. And then orange juice. So like I said, I have blood orange juice. And my grapefruits are super tart. I mean, they are the tart, oh my gosh, it's like taking a tonic. But you know, they're really good for you because it's great for weight loss. It's great for everything, but boy, they are tart. So I really need my simple syrup in them. I just added my gin. There we go. So you see the mixture I have here? I'll put it over here so you guys can kind of see. Nice mixture. And then I have my glass of ice. So I'm going to get 2 glasses out.
You may want to strain it. So you forgot to grab the strainer.
Actually, the muddle of the grapefruit is good in there. I would take out a little bit of your grapefruit, put it, I'm sorry, of the basil, and put it in the bottom. I like that. You want me to strain yours? Okay. The whole idea is to have that basil flavor really in there. Okay, ready? And then we're going to pour in the juices. Actually, put in your ice first. Ice. Ice. Ice, ice. You got to get it really cold. And then I'm going to do this. I know I have a spoon that does that, but I'll do that. I'll take that one. Okay. Great. And then you top it with your sparkling water. Beautiful. So here we are, our basil smash. Now I just need to stir it a little. I'll use my little spoon right here and give it a nice stir. Clean it up. Clean it up. And then I'm going to garnish it with a little bit of basil leaf on top, fresh basil leaf. These, I have big basil leaves here, so they don't make a really pretty basil thing, but it's very cute. And Zoelle, this is my assistant. She always gets her drink. Here you go. And this is our basil orange smash. Cheers, everyone. Cheers. Oh, yum. Really good. You know what though? Mine needs more gin. Is yours strong? You think it's strong? Maybe you got most of the gin, Zoelle. Okay. I just added more gin in mine.
Yummy.
This is really good. I love it. Okay, so there you go. We got our Quarantini on, ladies. We are ready to cook. So, I see Cindy join us. Hi, Cindy. Great. So here we are. We just made our citrus, basil citrus smash. I used blood orange, which is why it looks that way. Maria's is the correct color that it normally is. There you go. Demonstrate. Demonstrate the right color. Mine has this funky color. It's actually beautiful, but it's delicious. From blood oranges because I had extra blood oranges. So here we go. Are we all ready? Right? We all ready, ladies? Okay. Let's go through our next recipe. This is going to be fabulous, okay? So let me see if you could see what I've got going on here. So I've got, for our recipe, we have coconut oil, right? This is coconut. It looks, it's white because when it gets in there, it will turn into the oil. So that's coconut oil. I have garlic. Use it, it calls for 2 cloves of garlic, but you can use 4. I had small garlic, so I'm going to crush those. 1/4 cup of onions. So we have that. So we're going to add the coconut oil, the garlic, and onions. First things first. The second thing we're going to do is we're going to add the rice. Then we're going to add our spice to the rice. So here we go. We have our Healthy on You turmeric ginger spice. The Here Comes the Yum blend. Yay! So that's really good. So we're going to add that in. That's going to turn the rice a beautiful, beautiful yellow color. And then the rice will toast quite a bit. We'll let it toast for a few minutes. And then we'll add in the saffron. If you have it, it's optional if you have a little saffron. If you don't worry. But if you have saffron and you are adding it right now, take your saffron, take a couple little pinches of it, put it in a little container and add a tablespoon or 2 of water to it. because you want to get this yellowish liquid. So let me see if you could see that. It's kind of yellow, orangey liquid. So that's what you want. So if you have saffron and you're using it, go ahead and put it in a pinch of saffron in a little container. And then add warm water to it. Just a tablespoon or two. Okay? So next thing we're gonna do after that, we're gonna add our coconut milk, 1 cup, 2 cups of stock, and we are going to cover it, okay? Give it a good stir, bring it to a boil, cover it. 10 minutes later, we're going to open it, give it a stir, add in our pre-cooked lentils, okay? These are Trader Joe's vacuum sealed lentils. They are amazing. Okay, and then we're gonna add in the broccoli on top. Let the broccoli cook a little bit. Let that cook for 10 minutes, and then we are going to spread the Swiss chard. I have Swiss chard, but if you have kale, any other green veggies, we're gonna sprinkle that all on top, and then we are going to cover the pot and let it cook a little bit longer, okay? And then we'll take it off, turn off the stove, and let it cook off the stove for 10 minutes, and then we'll garnish it with the sesame seeds and the coconut shreds, okay? So that's sort of the process that we're gonna follow. So, and in that process, I rattled off all of the ingredients, okay? So I think I got everything. In my hustle, I think I did okay. So you should have these ingredients out and ready, okay? If you do, great. If you don't need a minute, just let me know and we will catch up, okay? Aunt Melody, how are you doing?
And she to unmute herself.
Unmute, unmute. Yeah.
I'm doing great, and I put Chardonnay in my Quarantini. It's very, very good. And I also have the saffron yellowing up, so I'm on top of it.
Okay, great, 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 great. And Juliana, you look like you're doing well. Okay, so here's what I'm doing now. I'm turning on my little new thing. I've had this for like a year and have not used it. So I've always been meaning to use it, and I never did. So you never try something new for the first time in front of 10 people, but guess what? If it doesn't work, we'll throw it aside and put this on my stove, okay? But I think it'll actually work. So yeah, I'm just trying to manage how to get it down really low. So turn your stove on and turn it to low, okay? Or medium. Actually, turn it to medium because we're gonna start cooking the onions and the garlic, okay? In the coconut oil. So mine is on medium right now. I am going to get my fun little thing here and put my coconut oil in. Really good. And then allow it to melt down into a nice oil. Oh, you know what? I need my apron. So I don't get myself all messy. Okay, so here we go. So it's melting. So Cindy, we have a new setup. You see there is a pot here that you could see. I don't know if you could see what's going on in that. Yeah. And then you can see me, so you can see what I'm cooking right here. Alrighty, so it's melting nicely.
I can see.
Great. Good. Okay, wonderful. And we're gonna add in our garlic. Okay, and let it cook and start to sizzle, okay? So let's see.
Did you say garlic or onion?
Onion.
Onions? Onions? Okay.
Yeah, you can add your garlic too. I'm getting ready to add my garlic right in with it.
Okay.
I just put my onions first. I'm pressing my garlic right now, right into it. And I have 4 cloves, but if you guys have 2 big cloves, we just love garlic in this house. So anything garlic is like wonderful. Okay. So there we go. We've got onion and garlic together, sauteing in the pan. Oops, sorry. Great. All righty. Perfect. So can you guys see it's sizzling down, okay? All right, there we go. Thank you, Zoe. Because
It's
it's
just
hard.
a reflection.
Yeah, it's very hard to see,
Yeah,
but
that's much
I think
better.
you could probably see better now. Everyone could see better now. Okay,
Mhm, much
great,
better.
great, great, great. So we're gonna add in our Here Comes the Yum spice next, but we're gonna let this cook a little bit. Christine, how are you doing? Christine, do you have your onions and garlic in? Okay, great, perfect. Okay, happy. So this is all sizzling up.
If you don't have coconut oil, can I use olive oil? Because I've got everything else coconut except coconut oil.
You can, absolutely. Okay. Okay, there we go. So my onions and garlic are, oh Zoe, what happened to my playlist?
I am so sorry, but it says that the Sonos is offline. And since both of our phones are in use, I can't troubleshoot.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Okay guys, so nice
I could probably do it straight from the
steaming coming off of my onions, so I want to get it really dry in the coconut oil. Mm. I love getting the little pieces of the basil and chewing on it. Basil is so good for you. It's great for your digestion. It's wonderful for your skin. And it helps purify your blood. So good, fresh basil. Okay, so we're looking good here. We're gonna add in our Here Comes the Yum spice. 2 tablespoons, okay? 2 tablespoons. Just get that right in there. Ooh, the smell. So your Here Comes the Yum spice has turmeric, ginger, garlic, coriander, cumin, a little black pepper, and sea salt. It is perfect in every way. Got everything nicely balanced. Okay, so coat your vegetables with it. And they'll be nice and bright, bright yellow. So that's what I have right there. So far, onions, garlic, Here Comes the Yum, all in coconut oil, okay?
Joan is joining us.
Joan! Where is Joan?
I just let her.
Okay,
She doesn't
wonderful.
have her audio on.
Joan, welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining. So you're a little late, but there's a camera on what's happening in my pot. And it is coconut oil with your onions, garlic, and Here Comes the Yum spice. Okay, and that's what's cooking up. At this stage right now, we're going to add our saffron, okay, with the liquid. Okay, so I'm adding that in. Make sure you get every drop of your saffron because it is precious, okay? Get it all out. Don't leave any remaining. Stir it in. Looks really good. And I have a gentle, gentle sizzle going. You could see what's happening in there. To that, I'm going to add our coconut milk. This is 1 cup of coconut milk. And then stir really well. You'll have a nice yellow liquid with bits of red saffron in there. And then we're going to add our stock. And I use Better Than Bouillon stock. It is my favorite. I think by now you guys know that, right? I know Amy, you know that for sure. That, that I use Better Than Bouillon. And that's just, it's, if you can't sit down all day and make it yourself, that's what you do. So I got that going, guys. How are we doing? Let me see if I could find Joan. I don't see her on my screen. Okay. Oh, there she is. There we go. Hi, Joan. Unmute yourself and I can hear you. Uh-oh. It's taking a minute. There we go. Hi, Joan.
Hi, I just had some technical problems.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm here now.
We're catching up, okay? So we just put the coconut oil in the pan. We added our onions, garlic. We added turmeric, ginger spice, and then we added the saffron and the liquid, and then the coconut milk and the stock. Okay. So this is what we have. Yeah. All right. So I'm just bringing this to a boil now. And when it comes to a boil, we're going to add in our rice. And we have 2 cups of rice. Does everybody wash their rice? It should be washed and ready to go. Right? Washed and ready to go. So while this thing boils up, have your rice washed and ready to go. I originally thought I was going to make a roasted chicken. Oh, great. To make a roasted chicken with this, but I'm making turkey meatloaf instead. I don't know why, but we found our turkey meatloaf pan and it was such a cool little gadget. So I was like, you know what, let's make turkey meatloaf tonight. So
Christine had a really good question,
yes.
Comment. And she said, what about adding a bit of your saffron sea salt?
Oh, yes, absolutely. Now, before you add any salt, this is what I want you to do. Hold on 1 sec. I'm going out of frame, but I want you to taste your stock as well to see if, oh God, mine tastes so good. You did it right. Zoelle made my stock for me. She's so sweet. She goes, did you do it? Did I do it right, Mom? Yeah, she did it right. So Joan, do you see the image of what the golden color of the mixture that you should have here? So you want to add in to your onions and garlic the coconut milk and the chicken stock. And don't forget the saffron. If you have it, if you don't, it's okay. It doesn't make or break the dish, but it's just nice to have. Yeah. Sounds good. Looks good. Is that the chicken stock? Yeah. Put that right in. Oh, that's the rice or coconut milk. I'm not sure. Hard to see. Okay, mine is starting to boil. It's coming to a gentle boil.
Sam?
Yes?
I'm embarrassed to say I've never washed rice before.
Okay.
Anyway,
A colander. Let me show you what you do. Get yourself one of these, a strainer, colander kind of thing.
Yep.
Put your rice in there, measure it out, and just run it underwater for like, 10 to 15 seconds.
Until the water runs clear.
Until the water runs clear, okay?
Okay.
So put your 2 cups in here.
Yep.
Run it underwater, shake it up a bit, use your hands and kind of move it around, but you want the water to run somewhat clear. It probably won't run completely clear, but you just want to get off the starch off of the rice.
Okay. Thanks.
Okay, and then shake it. Give it a good shake and let it drain.
Okay.
Okay, cool. Okay, so mine is almost ready. I'm waiting for it to come to a boil before I add my rice. Give it a stir and put the top on. Okay? How are we all doing? Everybody's looking good. Cindy's looking good. Maria's looking good. Cheers. I'm really enjoying my drink.
Amy Horn says it's her favorite drink so far.
Amy, is this your favorite drink so far? Oh my God. Yeah,
I love the grapefruit and the basil. I think that's just
it's a good combination.
yeah.
I like it
Thanks.
too. And if you're local and need grapefruits, guys, I have a tree that has so many grapefruit on it. I see.
And Melody says it's also her favorite drink so far too.
Who? At Melody? It's hard to tell, it's just, and every week, I have one lady, there was a time that I made that drink. Mine is bubbling, by the way, so I'm almost ready to put in my rice. I have one woman who was on a call where we did the lavender blueberry quarantini, like the lavender syrup. And every week she buys about 4 packs of lavender from me because she's like, I'm so addicted to this drink. I give these as gifts.
Well, it was funny because she doesn't drink usually.
Oh, she's like, I don't drink alcohol.
but like, she just loves that one drink. So it's her one drink that she'll drink.
Okay, do you see me coming to a bubble? I am bubbling up. So I'm going to add in my rice and stir. Okay. How does the rice, when you add the rice, how much liquid do you have? Does it cover your rice by about 1/4 of an inch? Yeah? If not, mine is almost there, but I think I'm going to add a little touch more stuff because I was a little bit under to begin with. And I'm just going to pour a little bit more. So about 1/4 inch more. And I'm ready to turn mine down now to low. And then put the top on, okay? How are you guys doing? Let's talk about it. Mine is down to a very gentle boil, and because I have this new system here, it takes a minute to slow down because it's electric, but it's going down. I hear it just minimizing. So we want it on a low, low, low setting. Not too low. You still want it to cook, but you don't want it bubbling wildly, okay? So look at mine. Can you see that it's kind of bubbling? Can you kind of make it out? Maria, is it bubbling lightly? Okay. Mine is at a quiet, quiet, quiet bubble, okay? Just gently, we want it to simmer with the top on.
Should I wait for it to come to a full boil before I put the rice in?
Yes, yes, Joan. Let it come to a nice full boil. Put the rice in, stir, and then you really don't want to lift the top up again. But I put my head over mine and I could hear it just at a low, low boil. And it should go to a simmer. Yes, it's working.
Miracle.
It's a new device. I love it. It works really well. Okay, so in this time frame, Ladies, I want you to, if you haven't washed your vegetables yet, go ahead and wash them, because the next thing we're gonna do is we're going to add in your lentils and broccoli. Oh, I wanted you to taste your stock too, if you still can, because if your stock is bland, add in a little bit of salt and pepper, okay? If the stock that's in your rice when you stir it tastes really like, oh, this needs salt, add a little bit, add a 1/4 teaspoon of salt and pepper. Mine didn't need it because my better than bouillon was just the right amount. So I want you to do that while there's still liquid in your pan, okay?
Good time to add some saffron salt.
Yes, a good time to add your saffron sea salt, okay?
So Sam,
Yeah.
sorry I came in late. Was I supposed to put the coconut milk in?
Yes, before you add the rice, add the milk. That's okay. You could still add it in. Add it in now. And make sure there's enough water, about a 1/4 inch more if you have a big pot like mine.
Got it.
Okay, great, Joan. Yes, coconut rice. We need that coconut milk.
Because I just turned around and thought it was still there.
That's okay. Did I tell you about the one class we had when we were making a drink, and the recipe called for garlic, and then we had a cocktail.
Was it Amy who did that?
No, it was not. It wasn't that Amy.
No.
A different one. And
It
she
was a different Amy.
added the garlic into her drink, so that so when it was time to use the garlic in the recipe, she was like, "Well, where'd the garlic go?" But she said it tasted great in the drink. So I was like, you know what? That's perfectly fine.
You make me feel better. Thanks.
If you have the saffron and winding road saffron sea salt, go ahead and add it in if your recipe needs salt. Okay, some of you have it. So if you do, go ahead and do that. Mine is a gentle simmer. I'm setting my clock now for about 7 more minutes because I think it's been about 3 minutes since I put that in. I'm going to custom. Okay, there we go. And then we'll do that. So anyway, that's where I am now. We have a gentle steam going on our rice. Keep it covered until we open it again. If we open it again and yours looks really dry and this is not happening, you're gonna add in a little bit more water, okay? So let's talk about broccoli if we can. If no one has questions, can we talk about broccoli for a second? We want our broccoli into small pieces, okay? Easy pieces with not a lot of stem, okay? So voila. And maybe here, if you can see me, let's see, blah, blah, blah. This one has a little bit of a delay on it, but if you could see me. Anyway, I don't want big chunks of broccoli. I want on the smaller, yes, that looks good,
Aunt Maria
Maria.
has it right.
Yes, I want smaller pieces of broccoli like that, okay? So cut them in half, and we don't want big, long stems, okay? I'm even cutting mine a little bit more. Perfect. So we are off on Father's Day. Just a note, that's next Sunday, so nothing happening next Sunday. We're gonna spend it with Nick. We don't have a plan yet, but we'll have a plan soon.
We'll come up with something by
We'll
then.
come up with something by then. A week is a long time. Okay, and so Juliana, how are you doing? Is your top on? I think her top is on. Top is on. Joan, your top is on. Amy, we're doing well.
Mine is doing great.
Okay, perfect. And then Aunt Melody, how are you doing, hon?
And she's unmute herself.
Okay, she seems like she's doing all right. And Cindy, how are you doing? Okay, perfect.
Thumbs up.
Thumbs up. So you could always thumbs up me if you're doing all right.
How much broccoli is it? A cup of broccoli?
1 cup of broccoli. And they're not big pieces, they're smaller pieces, okay?
Can I see a piece that you have size?
Yep. Zoelle will get it to you closer.
Can I see that?
Okay.
Guys.
Yeah, can you see? Yeah.
Ignore my terrible nails.
So smaller, not a whole lot of thick stems, okay? Because we want it to gently steam in the rice. And on mine, we have about 4.5 minutes left before we add it. Yes?
I put the basil flowers and smashed it in my drink so the basil flavor is even stronger. It's
What
really
did you
good.
put the basil flowers? Oh yeah. Did you get basil flowers in your harvest box?
Yeah, look, see?
Yeah.
Is that what those are?
Those are basil, the Tulsi basil.
So I smashed it in my drink, and the basil flavor is stronger because the flower basil is a stronger flavor than the leaf.
Mmm.
I was also talking or
So
messaging
good.
Amy Horn, and I was saying too that what you could do is instead of using basil in this recipe, substitute a thyme or rosemary.
Thyme or rosemary would be great in this
Thyme or
drink, too.
rosemary would be great. And just let it steep in the simple syrup for like 10 minutes to infuse the simple syrup.
Rosemary syrup.
Same recipe, just do a little bit of rosemary. and
I could
thyme.
tell you're my daughter. We think alike on this.
Actually, one of my recipes.
Sam, I also have baby kale. Do you think that'll be okay?
Yes, that'll be perfect. Perfect. Baby kale is nice and soft, so you'll be fine with it.
Okay, thanks.
You're welcome. So I'm looking 3 minutes left on our yummy rice here. So in terms of substitutions, I mean, you have lentils here that are pre-cooked. You could put in any other bean that you want in the future. Because you don't have lentils doesn't mean you cannot make this recipe. If you have canned cannelli beans, if you can't have canned white beans, if you have, I wouldn't do black beans because it will change the color. So any lighter colored beans, that would be really nice in this recipe. Chickpeas would be fabulous in this recipe also. So if you don't have lentils, canned chickpeas drained would be perfect to use, okay? Really.
I have canned black-eyed peas. Do you think?
Black-eyed peas would work great. Yeah, you have to drain them, okay?
Okay.
Drain them, don't add the liquid.
Okay.
So that's a good one. So if you don't eat lentils, there's options, okay? Options. Ooh. Yum. My drink is really good.
Everyone looks hard at work.
Everyone does
Lots
look
of
hard at
movement.
work. And lots of movement going on. Lots of everything going on. That's great. Joan, do you have a question?
I do. So I'm catching up on the cocktail. So it's kind of obvious, except what did you do with the basil?
Okay, so here we go. So I put the basil in this kind of little pitcher here and mixed it with the simple syrup, with the orange juice, and with the simple syrup first, and then I added the orange juice and grapefruit juice, and at the very end, I added the gin, and then I poured it into ice glasses and topped with sparkling water.
Okay.
Got it? So muddle in the simple syrup.
Okay.
Okay. Get wooden spoon and just mash.
Okay, I have this.
Okay. Oh, perfect. Yay. And you don't need to really strain it because, and I like chewing on the basil, but if you want to strain it, you can, but you really don't have to. It's really good to have that basil flavor infused, right? So we're almost there. I have less than 20 seconds to go before I'm opening up my pot, and I'm looking at it, and I'm adding broccoli, and I'm adding lentils. Lentils first, and then I'm sprinkling broccoli on top. Okay? 3, 2, 1. There we go. So stuff. Okay. Oh my. That looks really good. So it's a little wet still, which is perfect. I'm going to, oops, I said I was going to add in my, guys, add in your lentils first, okay? And then add in your broccoli. I did it all backwards, but that's okay. You just want to get it in there and then just stir it all in. I still have a fair amount of liquid in here, which is excellent. Looks good. So I stirred it all up. This is going to go great with my turkey meatloaf. I cannot wait.
I'm using the chard and the kale from the garden box instead of broccoli.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I use the chard from my box. And I had a little bit of broccoli. Okay, so there we go. That was the next step. So cover it and then 10 more minutes. And then we're going to add in our Swiss chard, and then we're going to garnish, okay? And then we are done and we can taste. But mine smells amazing and it looks amazing. I used what I had, which was basmati rice. And it just happens to be one of my favorite rices, basmati rice and jasmine rice. So those two rices are really, really perfect for this. Long grain rices are good. You can also do this recipe with brown rice. It will just take longer. So you would do it with brown rice and cook for 20 minutes before adding in your broccoli and your lentils, okay? I do not recommend you cooking the lentils with the rice because they cook at different times depending on your raw lentils, okay? So if you were to do that, if you were to have raw lentils in your pantry, you go ahead and cook them separately. Drain them and then follow the directions, okay? So that's what we do. So Cindy, that looks really good. Juliana, I see what you're doing over there. What does your t-shirt say? Rise up, wise up, eyes up. I love it. I love that. Hamilton, yep. Love it, love it, love it. And then let's see, Amy, how are you doing, Amy? Did everybody get their broccoli and their lentils in? Amy, are you good?
Were we supposed to add salt and pepper already?
Yes, when you were we talked about when you put your rice in and the stock and everything, at that point I wanted you to taste it to see if it needed your saffron salt. If you can taste it now still and say, does this need a little salt? If it does, add in a 1/4 teaspoon of salt and pepper.
Okay, and what about, should it have a little liquid still left in there?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Before it doesn't, you're gonna add it now.
Okay, add just water.
Yeah, just go ahead and or a little bit of stock if you have any left over.
Okay, great, thanks.
You definitely want it to be wet. When you open that pot, your rice should be wet. It should not have water swimming on top, but it should be, when you start stirring, it should be really wet. Because rice at 10 minutes is not cooked. Right? So it should not be dry. And this honestly is about a 30-minute rice because it's 2 cups. Right? So it looks like everybody's doing well. Joan, you look like you're doing well. We have 7 minutes left before I pop the top. Let's see that, Joan. Can I see? Tilt your camera down a little. Yeah. Almost. There we go. It's yellow. It's the right color.
Yeah, a little more. Better put the lid on.
Yes, definitely put the lid on and don't take it off again if you have your broccoli and lentils in. We'll take it off when we lay in the Swiss chard. Okay? But try not to open it up unless, because rice cooks with steam, and if you release the steam, it kind of, it slows the cooking process. So let's put the top on and keep it there, okay? For another 6 minutes, and then we're good. So let's see, how's everyone else doing? Everyone's doing great. We have a night of game boards tonight because we're playing a game called Catan. Has anybody heard of Catan?
Oh,
Juliana, of course. You know Catan. Okay, so after I get all cleaned up, Zoelle is Zoelle's favorite game, and all through quarantine, she's wanted us to play Catan. And
we never have.
We never have. We found some way to weasel out of this Catan business.
What is Catan?
It's a board game. It's kind of hard to explain. It's really complicated, but it's like a board game, and
it's like
you're
a
kind
strategy
of,
game.
yeah, it's a strategy game, and everyone's trying to like build their own
cities, village, municipal counties. It's really like it's too much thinking almost, but
it's really interesting and it's fun, and you can kind of work with each other, work against each other. Everyone has their own strategy, and I got an expansion pack for my birthday last year that I haven't used. So I think it's a good time to kind of try it out since it gets up to 6 people and we have 5 people here. So.
Okay.
She's in it for the win, just so you know. She's in it.
Honestly, I rarely win, but I just enjoy playing. Like, I'm not always in it to win, but I just like to have fun and have everyone around one table.
So we've never gotten around to playing it in the last 3 months of being home. So we promised Zoelle we'd play it with her today, and Nick too. So we're all, my husband, myself, my nephew, and my brother, we're all gonna sit down and play Catan. So.
Gianna says her family loves to play, and they'll have to play some.
Really? That's great, Juliana. Yeah, we might have to send Zoelle over to your house when it's all done so she can play with you guys.
I'll bring my expansion pack.
I know. Okay, we have 3 minutes and 40 seconds. So you should be steaming away in there. Let's see who I have here. Else that I have. So I think I'm good. I've got everybody on one screen. Lisa didn't get to join. I had another gal who was coming on, but her daughter was just performing, and so they were running late. So it's a little late for them to join at this point.
I think they're probably just getting home.
Okay, yeah. So my chickens are getting huge, you guys. I have these puffy chickens down in the chicken coop, and then I have the babies, which I think I've shown you before, and they are getting so big.
They're now 7.5 weeks old.
7.5 weeks old. So, and you guys probably saw them on day 1. I showed the whole class, like, we got these chickens and they're 2 days old or 3 days old. Now they're like this big, you know? So it's really cute. We won't go see them today because we don't have enough time in class, but next week maybe, or I'm sorry, our next class maybe. The next class, okay, the salmon salad. So you can grill it, you can, and I have an indoor grill that I can show you how I do grilling inside for these classes, or you can use a grilled pan, or you can use your oven, but it's salmon with like fresh corn and lots of vegetables. It is such a beautiful, beautiful summery recipe, corn and tomatoes. I have a lot of corn and tomatoes growing in my garden, and I think by that time they will be ready. So I'll be using like my fresh corn and tomatoes to make a delicious salmon dinner. So that'll be really nice. We'll use my fish lover spice and some za'atar, because I know most of you have za'atar. So we'll use our za'atar spice as a dressing over the whole thing. and a little bit of fish spice. So it'll be really, really nice. So I'm excited about that next class.
Sammy,
and
can
then-
you show us your grill?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
you want to see my grill? Okay, hold on. It's called the Phillips Indoor Grill, okay? And it is a must-have if you.
I think my uncle said that Walmart actually has it on like super sale right
Yes, but we
now.
don't really patronize Walmart.
We don't
but
either, but
it's fine. You can
I
get
think
it
we
there.
are
I got
at
mine from
Williams-Sonoma.
Williams-Sonoma. Let me show you what it looks like. Okay. Here is my indoor grill. Can you guys see? So it is this big thing right here. It plugs in. It's a smokeless grill. Okay. So it does not release any smoke into the air at all. So I can easily grill in my kitchen. Also, the drip tray is like right here. So you just whip out your drip tray with the end. I keep foil on it at all times, so it doesn't make any mess. And I grill skewers, all kinds of things on here. I grill fish. Of course, I have an outdoor grill, but for my classes, this is what I use, and we all grill. So it's kind of fun. Plugs in right here, and it's totally safe. It just lets up like an orange glow, so it's kind of funny.
can I
But-
get sunglasses?
You kind of need sunglasses. It lets up an
Called
orange.
it- Can you get it from Amazon? What's it called?
The Phillips Indoor Grill.
I
Get it
can
from
type it
Amazon.
in
Because the next two classes are this. Okay, you can grill on this, or you could go in your oven or whatever. But this is like one of those things that I love. So you can clean this. You wash it very easily, just like this. It's non-stick, and then underneath is the same. But it's great because we're going to do skewers, and so the chicken turmeric ginger skewers are really fantastic on this. It gets super hot and whatever. Amazon would be great, but I got this one at Williams-Sonoma. And Auntie Maria, I think
it's on sale. On
Sophie wanted this. So this was on my list for Sophie. Or Sarah said Sophie would love this for her apartment.
It's currently 57% off on Amazon, so I'm posting the link in the chat box. You guys can click on that.
Thank you, Zoe.
57% off is amazing.
Yeah, it's $130 now.
Okay, what?
I know.
Get it tonight.
Okay, I'm taking the top off of my rice because we're 10 minutes in. Okay, it looks fabulous. It's a little wet still, but it looks great. How about you guys? How's everything looking for you? My broccoli is not overcooked, okay? Give it a stir.
Oh.
Because what we're gonna do now is we're gonna lay in our fish shard on top. Okay? Just get the broccoli all worked in there. I'm gonna taste it a little bit to see how far we've come. My rice is a little bit hard. I'm gonna turn up my stove just a little bit, only because I don't trust this thing. I think it's still on. Definitely still on. Okay, the next thing we're gonna do is we're just gonna lay the greens directly on top. Just like this, just a whole layer of your greens on top. Okay, so you should have heat coming out of your pan, okay? And then I'm gonna put the top on. It tastes phenomenal, but my rice just needs a little more cooking. Okay, so your stove should be on low, not too low, but on low. Okay. You don't want the bottom to burn too much, but if it gets a little crust, that's okay too, okay? So that's what I just did. I just laid, the only thing left, I just laid in the shard. The only thing left are our garnishes. which is unsweetened coconut, shredded, and then sesame seeds. So I just put this on. I'm gonna set my timer now, another 10 minutes, and we'll have a look at it, okay? There we go. I'm still figuring out my thing, so don't mind me. Your stove should be on low, okay? So tell me, when you, Aunt Melody, when you opened up your pot, and did you taste your rice?
Oh my gosh, yes, I did, and it was beautiful.
Oh, great. Okay, so all we want to do now is a basic step of just cooking the Swiss chard in it, okay? So I layered it in right on top and then covered it right back up. The rice is going to continue to cook for another 10 minutes. What happened to you? Oh, Amelia's calling you.
Will you just
It's going to boot us out. Hang on one sec. Zoel's gonna get you back onto the pot. So we are looking good, ladies. We are looking good. This is gonna be wonderful. And the good thing about this is that you could just put it in your oven or whatever after this. Keep it on warm. And then when you're ready for dinner, you whip it out and it is just hot and just wonderful and ready to go. So not to worry, okay? You can definitely eat this in a couple hours. Okay, admit. I'll do that.
We have to,
Yeah. So
I used risotto.
you did? How did that work?
It's really, it's very, like dense, I guess. It looks delicious.
Oh, good. So you can definitely do that with risotto. It's just going to be a creamier.
Yeah, that's what oh, right. Because I was going to say it's so rich.
Yeah, so what happens is it absorbs all of the liquid, you know? So your liquid might not be dry and flaky like mine because the rice is different. That arborio, I'm sorry, that arborio rice, yeah, it's made to absorb water. So it's going to be more creamier. So just know that. It still will taste really good. And as long as the rice is tender, you're okay, right? But it's not going to be flaky like mine.
Right, okay.
I don't know if to tell, but you can look at the picture in your recipe book. And then the picture, you could tell it's more flaky, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But no worries on that. I think you could still be okay. So my rice is cooking away. And it looks good, sounds good, smells good. So Maria, you have a good idea there. You're cleaning up. Oh my God. In between these breaks, instead of us, we have to do it at the very end. And I'm always like, where'd all these dishes come from?
Normally I
Finish
have
clean up
Sophie
already.
help me, but Sophie's not here. She
Sophie's
usually
not
helps
there.
me.
I'm looking at my sink and I'm like, holy moly.
Usually we try to get a couple dishes done before
I
class, but
know.
we were just in such a frenzy today that
Everything.
we really
They're like, there's
didn't
20
pull it
million.
together.
There's 20 million dishes in the sink right now. So, we're gonna have to hustle to like get our.
I cleaned up my dishes already too.
You did?
I did.
It's actually easy. Well, for
sink is
me,
empty.
when you do mise en place, oh my God. So look, I mean, this is not even like all of it, but like, you know, because you're separating out everything into individual containers. So it's just, you just have a lot of containers. So normally in my in-person classes, I have an assistant that just washes dishes. And the whole time, all she does is wash dishes. And that's like her job. Here, not the same. Zoella's here. Amy, I like your hair down.
I know, I always put it up because it's in the way when I'm cooking. Thank you.
I like your hair. Nice curly hair.
Christine has
Curly.
Christine.
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
If we're gonna eat this later, do we want to put the greens in now, or should we put the?
Yes, the greens will be perfectly fine, Christine. If you're gonna eat it later, put it in your oven at a really low temperature. And then like 160 or 200. 160 or 200. Hold on.
The camera is sideways or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was trying to fix that.
Okay.
Zoel's trying to fix it.
Let's see, is that better, Cindy?
There.
Yeah.
No, go
Okay.
back a little. It's off center. Stop to the right. Okay, that's good.
Okay, there we go. Yeah, Christine, just put it in your oven at about 200 and you should be okay.
Thank you. Thank you.
And it won't cook, it won't burn, it'll just keep it warm for you, okay? We have
Fantastic.
4 more minutes before I open this. I'm trying my best not to open it. But what we're gonna do when we open it is just give it a light stir on top so the vegetables kind of just swirl in. And then keep the top on and then just garnish it. So Christine, you're not gonna wanna garnish your dinner just yet. When you're finished and ready to serve it, you're gonna sprinkle it with the coconut and the sesame seeds. Okay, great. Amy?
Yeah, how much sesame seed?
I have like a tablespoon here,
Okay,
not a whole lot. And I think I said like a 1/4 cup or maybe 2 tablespoons of the shredded coconut.
okay, great.
And that's perfect, that's all you need. Just a little bit. Okay,
I didn't see
pot's
the
hot.
sesame seed, sorry.
Yeah, I'm just gonna take a peek at it. Looks good. I'm gonna turn mine. I think I had mine down over really low. Like I said, I'm just getting used to this little thing here, but it's going really well. I'm excited to eat this. I'm gonna make turkey meatloaf, and I make my turkey meatloaf in a really interesting way. I grate carrots, I grate potatoes, I add in spinach into the turkey along with 2 eggs and a little bit of gluten-free breadcrumbs, mix it all together, and I put it in my little meatloaf pan. And I have this great meatloaf pan that has a second kind of
Let's see your pan.
Pardon?
Let's
wanna
see
see
your
it?
meatloaf pan. Yeah.
So can you grab it for me? I think it's in there. It's so cute, and I never really used it in the past because it's just been buried in my pantry. But I rediscovered it today. At least Zoelle did when she was looking for a bread pan. And so I am so excited. Zoelle, it might be on the counter. There it is right there by the toaster. So
Yes.
yeah, and so you just lift it out. So I'm gonna show you what it looks like because I'm gonna work on that as soon as I clean up my kitchen. So you see this pan right here? But then what lifts out of it is this.
So the juices.
So all the juices from the turkey meatloaf will fall into the bottom. It has all these slatted holes. Can you kind of see that, the slatted holes? And so it goes right in here. So you just lift out your meatloaf and then you can have the juices to like put on top. So I'm really excited about using it. This is kind of fun, right? So that's my pan. I'm gonna, so I hear myself through this thing right here. I don't know, I'm just getting a little feedback. So that's what I'm doing. So, and I just bake it, I put it all in and bake it, and then just sprinkle a little breadcrumbs on top. And I don't really typically make a sauce for it, but I probably will try something new. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. How do you guys like meatloaf? Like, I never put ketchup on my meatloaf. I don't know. That just seems, I know that's the way it's done, but it feels a little unnatural to me.
Do
Right?
tomato jam instead of a ketchup.
What do you do?
Do tomato jam instead of ketchup.
Ooh,
That tastes better than ketchup for meatloaf.
Yeah. I don't like the acidity of the ketchup or whatever they put on it. I don't know. So mine is a little bit more natural, but I'm having it with this rice, so it'll be really good. So this is almost ready for me. Woo! Excited! Can't wait to try it. Okay. And then I'll be able to kind of show you guys what's going on. So
Look who's
my
here.
hair is done.
Hi,
Hi,
Sam.
Graham. Hello. Ooh, okay. So my vegetables are steaming. I just have to tend to this. Okay. Here we go. So it's all nice and steamy. I'm turning it down now because I had it up a little bit high, I guess. There we go. And then you just stir it in, and now I'm going to take it off the stove. And I did get that nice little burn on the bottom that I was warning you guys about, but it's actually really good. So this is what mine looks like. I'm going to take it off, and I'm going to wait for you guys to kind of see what's going on with your dish. And then mine is really looking fabulous. I'm excited for this for dinner. Okay. The lentils are all nice and incorporated. And I'm going to put the top on. And then in a few minutes, I will turn this off, grab it by the bottom, plug it out, move it aside. Okay. So I'm going to see how you guys are doing now. All right, let's see. Oh, Maria, looking good. And then Christine, oh my God, yes, I like it. I like it. Taste it to see if your rice is cooked before putting the top back on. Okay, Amy, yours looks wonderful too. This is going to be another one of those days where Zoel eats half the pot before dinner. Okay, what do you think, Amy? Cooked? Good? Needs a little bit more time? That's Christine. Okay, good. Take it off of the fire. Take it off of the stove, off of the burner, and put it on a burner that's not on. Keep the top on. For a few minutes until everybody catches up, we're going to let it sit, and then we're going to just garnish it, okay? We just want it to rest for a little bit so the greens kind of wilt. Joan, I want to help you through, make sure you're okay. You should be okay.
I'm okay. It needs to cook just a little longer.
Yeah, let it, because you started a little later than we did, okay? Mm-hmm. So I would give yourself, I think you came on about 5 to 7 minutes late on that. So give yourself another 7 minutes, okay?
Okay.
And then have a look, time yourself, okay? You don't want to miss that. Maria, did you try yours? Yep. Is that your timer? Time it up.
So
Maria,
oh
let's hear.
God. It's so delicious. I love it.
Oh, great, 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 great. Keep the top on and let it just continue steaming for a little bit.
Okay.
And then, who else do we have here? Let's see. Aunt Melody, how are you doing?
It's beautiful. It's so good. I put the top back on. Should I turn it off or?
Turn it off. Yes, 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 yes.
Okay.
Turn it off and let it just sit there, okay? And Cindy, I know that you kind of did yours a little differently. Hello there, Safina. Hi.
Mine is good. I just did all lentils instead, but it's great. You want to see it?
Sure. So you did a lentil stew. You just didn't add the rice.
Exactly. I just did all lentils.
There.
Oh, that looks awesome. So coconut curry lentils.
Yeah, it tastes delicious.
And you're going to put that over rice.
Yeah, I'm just going to put it over a little rice. So we'll just be eating more lentils instead of like mostly rice, and then I'm gonna make beef short ribs for my main.
Ooh, that sounds good.
It looks like if a lot of us have red pots. Red is a popular color. Juliana has a red one too.
It is, it is, it is. Okay, let's see who else we have. Does anybody have any questions before I show you my finished product? Okay. Somebody's got a purple pot, Aunt Melody. Okay, I like it, I like it. Yes, and you could totally add as much greens as you want to this dish. It will not ruin it, okay? It will not ruin it at all. Okay, so I'm just gonna, in the interest of time, I'm gonna show you what's going on with my recipe here, okay? I just took it off the stove. I'm gonna put it back here where you can sort of see it. Let's see. I don't know. I think that's fine. Okay, great.
Your camera is off, Samantha.
Mine?
We can't see it. The other window's off.
It's Beijing, it's under Zoel Keisha.
So Sam 2 is not working, but Sam Binkley is me. It should be working.
Sam Binkley, I can just see your face. I don't see anything.
Interesting,
Really?
because I see myself.
Is anyone else having that
Oh,
issue?
there. I see it.
See me?
I see it now.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay.
Okay, so this is my rice. I'm going to taste it. It looks spectacular. Mmm. So very good. Okay, so what I'm gonna do from here, I'm going to sprinkle the shredded coconut on top. And then I'm gonna put the sesame seeds. It looks really good. It tastes amazing. Okay, you don't have to use a lot of this, but just use enough and that will be just a couple sprinkles. And then I'm gonna bring it up close, okay, to the other camera so you can kind of see. Can you guys see? So I'll move it a little closer. So that's what I have. Looks very much like a lot of yours, which is great. Nice and hot. Love it. Okay. We didn't really do any Instagram on this, but you guys, can you take pictures and like send it to me or post it? I would love that. So that I could have something to show. So that's what I've got. How about you guys? Are you all good? Juliana, is yours ready? Yeah, Cindy, yours is ready? Mine is good. My rice was tender. If you guys, if your rice is not ready, please, please, please leave it on until your rice is soft. And then, oh, I like that, Maria. Until your rice is soft. That looks really good. Until your rice is soft, okay? And then put the top on and let it sit for another 10 minutes, okay? Because it really needs that time to soften up and for the vegetables to really meld in, okay? And get the flavors going. Ah, and you've got chicken in the oven, yay!
Amy said that she was making the chicken with the kumquat from like a few weeks ago.
Oh, really? Chicken with the kumquats?
Oh,
That's
wow.
a good recipe. I like that. Juliana, what are you making with yours? Anything special?
I was just gonna eat it plain.
Yeah, and that's all good too, because that's how I eat it. Like it's just like a one-pot meal. But you know, I'm cooking for 5 every
Yeah.
day. That just won't do.
So-
Yeah, I have to make meatloaf.
One of which is
I
like
know.
a 16-year-old growing.
Yeah, one of
boy.
which is a 16-year-old growing boy that I cannot keep up with every night. So that's kind of weird. How about you, Joan? How are you doing?
I'm doing good. This is a wonderful change of pace.
Yeah.
Real.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
Mhm.
I really like it. Anyway, I love the smaller classes, guys. I mean, I know it's crazy, but we were going crazy when we had like 40 people on, 50, because there were like 250 questions.
I
And
was busy.
And Zoel was like going nuts trying to answer all of these questions. So now it's more personal because I could really be with you and kind of see what you're doing and I think be a better service anyway. So I'm really glad, and it's all good. Okay, so if you guys don't have any more questions, just a few wrap-ups, just leave the top on for as long as you can. Christine, I want you to put yours in your oven like at 160 to 200 to just keep warm, or if you have a warmer, that would be great too. Cindy, you've got it under control. Everybody else, Aunt Melody, you're good to go. When your chicken is ready, your dinner is ready. And Amy, same with you. So I think that's it. I don't think I have anybody else. Yep. That is all. Any questions? Any more questions? Are we good? Good, good, good. All right. Go order your grill.
Yes, open the link now because the
Open
chat
the link
will be
now.
gone once the
Yeah,
Zoom
open
ends.
the Amazon link and save it if you want to keep it, because once the call ends, I think you'll lose the link or the chat. And actually, when I send, Zoel, if you send me that link, I will send it to everyone when I send the video for this class, okay?
57% off now. It's such a good
57%
deal.
off. Oh my God, I want to
I wish
cry.
you got that deal.
Gotta think of who else needs one of these.
Right?
Oh my God.
Gotta order one.
Okay, guys. All right. Well, have a wonderful Sunday. Thank you for joining me and cooking with me. It was my absolute pleasure. And I hope you guys have a wonderful Father's Day with the men in your lives next week. And then we're on again. I think it's Sunday the 28th or something. So that's the class that we'll want to be getting some salmon for. Okay? All righty.
Bye-bye.
Okay, guys. Thank you. Love you guys too. I can't wait to see you in a couple of weeks, okay? Any questions, just let me know afterwards. I'm here at your service. Okay, bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Thanks, Sam.
You're so welcome. Bye-bye, guys. Bye-bye.
Everyone, have a nice Sunday.
You too. Happy Sunday, everyone. Bye-bye.